This is just a check-in. This is just a check-in. I want to talk about something briefly, and that's life itself. You know, in my family, it's been a lot of death as of lately, a lot of death, and I've had this, feeling on me for about 2 weeks now, and I still don't feel like it's over. I just really sense that it's more, that it's going to be more tears, more crying, more death, and if death doesn't teach us anything, I know for me, if death doesn't teach me anything else, it's teaching me to live on purpose for real, you guys. Like, we don't have any time to be like playing around, making excuses, trying to figure out who we want to be, trying to figure out our lane. And I mean, at this point, to me, and I know everyone is different. I'm just talking tonight now. For me, I believe at some point in our adult life, when does the light bulb turn on? Like, when do you figure out who you are, like, and who you're supposed to be in life? I know that a lot of people aren't privileged with going to, these D1 schools, these super scholarly schools where they have all these programs where you get to, indulge in several things where you find out what you're good at, what you're interested in. So many people don't have that privilege. But I believe that as we grow up, that's what internships are for. That's what volunteering is for. That's what, taking courses is for. Especially like last year, 2020, when COVID first hit and so many people had to go home, jobs shut down, and we had so much time on our hands. Keep it down, girls. That was an excellent time. And I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. I'm just pointing some things out. That was an excellent time to try to figure out, hey, what am I going to do with myself? What am I going to do with myself? Like, what have I been spending my time doing? And am I satisfied? Girls, you're too loud. For those of you who do not know, I am a mother of four kids, okay? So excuse that right now. But anyway, what I want to say is it's time for us to know. To really know. Because as I said, death is so real, and not that it's something that we should fear, but get on board. Like, get busy for real with your life, because we don't have any time to play around. And with that being said, I want to go here. You know what goals? I know we all set goals. Even if the goal is to get home on a Friday night and have pizza and wings, you're setting some type of goal. Whether it's a personal goal, professional, spiritual, there are some goals being set, even if you don't write them down. Like I just said, even if it's a goal to eat a certain thing, you're setting a goal mentally. But with goals, once we reach our goals, it's kind of like we kind of like sit and say, okay, I did that. What's next? I heard this statement years ago when I was working at a call center, and they were talking about humans are never satisfied. No matter what we do, no matter what we get, we're never satisfied. And so I thought about that thing. And if you agree, share it in the comments. But I thought about that. I was like, is that true? So the young lady who was spearheading the conversation, she started giving examples. Like, if you can see a purse on TV or on a commercial, and you say, you know what, I really, really want that purse. So you save for it and you save for it, and you finally get the purse. And she's like, 2 months later, you want another purse. Like, you're done with that one that you wanted so bad that it took you 2 years to get it. And after 2 months, you're already ready for something else. Have you found that to be true? I'm just conversing with you right now. But I found that, for example, this is the 3rd year. I just hit my 3rd anniversary of releasing my first book. And if you want that, I put it on sale for you guys. $9, okay? It's a $9 special on Crazy Enough to Jump right now to celebrate the 3-year book anniversary. But besides that, before I put out the book, it was such a high achievement. Like, I got to get this done. I'm so excited. I was anxious about it. What are people going to think about it? What will it do for anyone's life? What is it going to do for my life? What would it add to me? But not long after I completed the book and published it, it was like, okay. Now, I'm here to let you know that it's not that we are dissatisfied, nevertheless, we shouldn't just do one thing and quit and think that that's it. I believe that as long as we have breath in our body, we're supposed to be busy. We're supposed to be doing something. You know, there's a scripture in the Holy Bible that talks about not laying for yourselves treasures on this earth, but, you know, putting your time in and doing what you have to do, getting your soul and everything cleansed so that you're establishing your credit and your treasures in heaven. But let me throw this in here. If we spend our whole lives trying to figure out who we are, what we're going to do, where do we fit in? I'm just going to go along to get along. I'm just going to work a 9-to-5 job. I'm going to work there for 40 years and retire. I'm just saying that now because everybody has a different thing that they're supposed to do. You're supposed to know what path you're on, just as I'm supposed to know what path I'm on. So if that's your path, just to be a stay-at-home mom, then that's your path. If it's your path to just go and work one job your whole life, stay in the same city that you were raised in your whole life, if that's your path, then that's your path. But please understand that that is not the road that everyone is going to walk in. So if we're supposed to be laying up for ourselves treasures in heaven, how do we do that? Excuse me. We definitely not doing that sitting down. We definitely can't do that being idle. You know, I don't know how many times I've said this. I probably say this probably every time I go live. Before we came to this earth, and this is biblical, you guys, before we came to this earth, there was something or some things put inside of us for us to do. We spend our lives trying to figure out what that is, trying to evolve into that, and all that's okay. But as long as you're making an active commitment to get there. But if you don't, if you just sit down and say, oh, I'm just going to go with however the chips may fall. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Whenever I step out on something, no one supports it. I'm not popular like other people. I tried to cook and sell dinners. About 2 or 3 people bought, and I went in the hole. I lost more money. There's so many things that can happen. But let me encourage you tonight. You're not building anything overnight, and then tomorrow it's just like pop, 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 like fireworks. No, it takes time. And this is the scary part. This is where the line is drawn between the winners and the losers. Please take what I'm saying into context. Maybe I should give 2 different titles because no one likes to be called a loser. I know I don't like being called a loser. I believe that we all are winners. But there are certain things that can classify us as losers when we take actions that are losing actions, like when we doubt ourselves, when we doubt our gifts, and when we doubt our abilities, when we doubt that God loves us, when we don't stand up into our own identities, like that's losing to me now, to me. And we all should be daily assessing our own lives, like analyzing and saying, like, am I satisfied with what I'm doing? Am I satisfied with who I'm being? Am I being who I'm supposed to be? Am I an original? Like all of these questions. Look, we're getting ready to hit 2022 very soon. And if you guys haven't noticed by now, like time is moving so fast. It's moving so fast. And even me, it's so many things that I have yet to do, that I have yet to accomplish, that I am yet dissatisfied with. But that falls on me. It's up to me to do better. It's up to me to make better choices. With me being a mother of 4 kids and a wife, I have recently sacrificed getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I did it so much that I don't even have to set the alarm anymore. I automatically get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I get to work because I want to have a better life just that bad. I am willing to sacrifice just that bad. Now, yes, I do go to bed earlier. I'm not around here losing sleep now trying to die for it. But I'm saying I'm not here trying to chase a dream. I'm trying to awaken all of the areas within Antoinette that need to come alive. Did you catch that? There are some areas within me that still may be dormant. So I'm doing my best to try to, hey, come on, wake up this part of me. You know, this writer side of me, this speaking side of me, this creator side of me. Come on, wake up. Come on, everything that's within me that can be useful to other people, that can be beneficial to my family. I need you to come on and wake up so we can do it. because I'm building treasures in heaven. How can I satisfy my Heavenly Father if I don't believe in what He gave me? Are you following me? How can I please God? How can I gain souls? How can I reach the people if I'm sitting down with my mouth closed? Because at one point I said, you know what, maybe I need to be quiet. No one wants to hear it. Please excuse me. It's not working out for me. And I even asked God, I said, God, am I doing something wrong? And maybe I should take a break. Maybe I should mute for a while and see what else I probably should do at this time. And God said to me, and I'm not going to share it with you guys because it's personal, but He said to me, didn't I tell you that ... was going to do A, B, and C for you? And I said, yes. And He said, well, why aren't you talking? I'll share that part with y'all. He said, why aren't you talking? I never told you to close your mouth and get mute. You decided that you didn't like the results that you were getting, so you decided to close your mouth. But I never told you to close your mouth. The promise that I made to you is still true. You negated it when you closed your mouth. You negated it when you said you're going to withdraw from the people. It's a sacrificial life that we all have to make because we all were created in the image of God, and we all have something wonderful that we have to give to society, to give to the neighbors, to the children, to the youth, to the older folk, to the world, to the nation. But if we sit down, and I don't care if it's construction work, I don't care if it's sitting down doing pottery, I don't care if it's taking out the trash, being a dog walker, adult sitting, counseling, working on computers, technology, engineering, database and software, no matter what it is that you are good at. My question to you is, why aren't you doing it? And if you say, Antoinette, I am doing it, I'm going to say, why haven't you turned it up? Because even though you can be doing it, it's still levels within that industry that you can aspire to. For instance, let's just say you go and get a job at a call center. You start off in an entry level position. You know, the next role is team lead. Next role, supervisor over the team. Next role, you go up, up, up. Before long, what? Next to the CEO of the company? These things can happen. After that, what? CEO of the company, the successor. Now you've went on and established your own company and beat out the competitor, beat out the company that you once worked for. There's always a level to aspire to. I'm just here to encourage you tonight to let you know that where you are right now, you don't have to stay there. Just because you accomplish A, B, and C, okay, there are more alphabet. Keep going, keep striving. How can you say that you've done all you can when you haven't done all you can? When there are still some things that you have yet to scratch off your goal sheet? How can you say you've given it your all? Laying our treasures in heaven. It's work that has to be done. Honest, genuine work. Honest, genuine work that has to be done. And you can't really do it if you don't know who you are. Honest and genuine work. You can't really do it if you're showing up with an excuse. Honest and genuine work for God. I hope your minds have been illuminated tonight. I hope I've said something to light you guys up and to let you know that it's more to be done. Yeah, we reached some goals in 2020. We reached some in 2019. We reached some in 2018. But what are you doing now? It's not time to sit down. Now get up. Come on and take off running. It's more out here for you to do. There are some people who need to be taught by you. There are some people who need to be mentored by you. There are some people, who need to hear your story, but you're too afraid to tell it because you don't want to be judged. But let me tell you something, whether you tell your story or not, people are still going to make up a judgment about you. They will still assume things about you. If you don't have the book already, go on over to www.antoinetterandall.com and grab Crazy Enough to Jump. I put it on sale for you guys. It's $9, okay, to mark the 3-year anniversary. I'm still excited about it. I'm still taking jumps, and I don't know if I'm going to change, but as of today, and since I put out that book 3 years ago, I have been talking about jumping, and I don't plan on stopping because I realize the power in jumping. There is power in jumping off the ledge. There is power. There is power in jumping into the unknown. There is power in jumping, doing your faith jump, and not even knowing what's on the other side. But you are brave enough, you're courageous enough to give it a chance. You're courageous enough to bump your head. You're courageous enough to lose friends and associates, people who you never thought would walk away. You're brave enough to see what's on the other side of my faith, of my jump. You better bet your bottom dollar. It's something on the other side. But you'll never know what that is if you sit down on who you are. www.AntoinetteRandall.com. Go and get crazy enough to jump. It is $9. I'm telling you, if you read it with an open mind, it will light your life up. And before long, you're going to be starting something and following it up and finishing and moving on to the next step. I didn't write it just to be talking. I put out real life experiences. I put out graphs and things that I use for my very own life that have taken me from stay-at-home mom, sitting on the couch, depressed, to doing my own thing now. Okay? I'm not telling you anything that I have not done. And I'm still continuing to work out different things. I'm still myself evolving. So trust me, when you come here or when you read any of my books, I'm not telling you anything that I have not tried, that I have not done, or currently walking through, okay? There's no false testimonials over here, okay? Go get the book, $8, Crazy Enough to Jump. You guys be blessed. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to shoot me an email at info@AntoinetteRandall.com. The correct spelling of my name is above, all right? You guys have a wonderful day. And until next time, you guys take care of yourself and keep jumping. Keep jumping. Keep jumping. Straight up. Good night, you guys.